Hi everyone, it's Miss Aphrodite Darling, back with another video. This is my first Get Ready With Me, so if you like it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, so I can make more of these. For step 1, we are just applying a generous amount of sunscreen. Yeah, I know, I talk about it all the time, but you should be wearing sunscreen every day. Love this stuff. Everything I am using in this video will be linked below so that you can get it for yourself. Now for the makeup, we're going to start with an eyeshadow primer from Cat Beauty. I use my finger and just rub in a nice amount under and a little bit below my eyes. This just helps your eyeshadow to stay on correctly and stay where you put it, because otherwise I get creasing really bad. I'll be using the Anastasia Soft Glam palette today. Just start by taking a big brush. I use the shade Tempera to coat my whole lid just to get an even base and something that will be able to blend on. Now we're going to take the shade Burnt Orange and get a fluffy brush and just kind of put that on the outer half of your lid and blend it inwards. Take your time to make sure that you don't have any harsh lines, but everything is smooth. If it's not though, that's okay. We'll be able to go back and clean up everything later. Now I'm going to go back in with Tempera and just brush that on the brow bone so you have that nice highlight. Again, not too sharp, blending it in, but you want that lighter shade up by your brow. Now I'm going to get out my second palette, the Violet Voss Sugar Crystals palette. I'm going to be using Orange Cream just to get that pumpkin-y orange kind of look. I use my finger, or you can use a sponge tip to put it right on the center of my lid, blending it in with that other shade. I like it because it gives that orange look, but not too orange. Now I'm going to take a sponge tip and use the shade Sherbet and put that just on the inner corner of my eyes to give that little glow. I love how that looks. Now we're going to get back into the Sultry palette with the shade Burnt Sienna, the smaller brush, and put that on the outer corner of the lid. It's more orangey. Just going to deepen that up a little bit, and that's looking really nice. This is the time to get your fluffy brush, and you can go back in and blend as much as you need to get that smooth look. You can use your fingers. You might have to go back into several of the colors that you've used, but that's okay. Do as much as you need to make sure that your look is cohesive. As you can see, there's some fallout underneath my eyes, which is why I always do my eyeshadow first. So after I'm done, I can go in with my concealer and foundation and cover that up. I'm using the Juvia's Place concealer, just applying a little bit and then blending it with my beauty blender and my fingers under the eyes, just to get rid of the fallout and also get rid of any dark circles. I don't want a huge full face, full coverage, so I'm going to use this tinted moisturizer from ColourPop. I just apply that with my fingers a little bit, and you can just work it all in. I love this because it's really moisturizing, it's good for your skin, but it also gives you light coverage for days when you're not feeling like you just want a full face. Make sure to get down on the neck so you don't have a harsh line. We'll be using the Chocolate Soleil contour today from Too Faced. I just use a fluffy brush and do a little bit under my cheekbones and my jaw. I don't want a whole lot of contouring today, but you know, some days I do want more, but today we're just going pretty natural. For blush, we're going to get out the Violet Voss palette again, this time using the shade Pearberry, which is an orange shade. And I dust that on my cheekbones. I like the orangey look, kind of spooky, kind of pumpkin-y, looking cute. Now I'll be using my eyebrow pencil from Lunchbox Wax. It's the place where I work, and we have our own brow line, and it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to be using the pencil just to define the brow and give it some shape. To thicken the brow, I'm going to use my colored brow gel from Lunchbox Wax. It has the fiber so that your brows really look thick and full. And to keep them in place, I use the Lunchbox Wax clear gel. It just really helps for all the hairs to stay exactly where you put them. Today for setting powder, I use the Kryolan setting powder. I'm mostly concerned with under my eyes, so I use the Beauty Blender to really just pack that down under my eyes. I put it everywhere else, but I'm not super concerned with it moving anywhere except in the under eye area, since my makeup does tend to move there. I put a lot of powder on my lips as well to make a good base for when I do decide to put my lipstick on. Now, eyelash curling time. The eyeliner I'm using is from Kryolan. I'm using the black side of the double-sided pencil. I just used it on the outside corner, kind of blended it up and in a little bit. I didn't want a super defined line across my whole eye, but just enough to give it a little bit of depth and definition. I'll be putting on lashes later tonight, but for this morning I'll just be using my favorite mascara, L'Oreal Voluminous. Just putting on a thin coat on one side, then the other, and then you can do a second coat on the other side. I find that it works best as I just build it up slowly. Please enjoy my crazy face as I put mascara on. The lipstick shade today I used was Maybelline Super Stay Matte Lip Ink in Groundbreaker, and this is a really pretty neutral kind of brick tone red, and I love the way this looks and the way it goes on. And most importantly, I know that this stuff is going to stay all day. Now it's time for hair. You can probably see I did my lazy girl setting pattern. I could not be bothered last night, so I just used my flexi rods. I did the front kind of bang section, and then I put the rest in a ponytail and just kind of sloppily did sections. So we'll see what that turns out like when I finally have it all down. Okay, so is this the most curly and perfectly sculptured set I've ever done? No, but this is definitely going to work. I start out by brushing the hair through with my wet brush just to detangle and kind of break up all the curls so they're not so stuck together. I definitely need some volume, so I'm going to go through in layers with my teasing comb and just give it a little bit of back combing. Nothing crazy, but enough so that the hair won't be stuck to my head and it will have a little bit more body. Once I'm done on one side, I will move to the other side and do the same thing. This is where I'm going to be putting my hair accessory. To make sure that it doesn't look like a rat's nest, I'm going to use my boar bristle brush to smooth out the top so that it just looks a lot better, and give it a little bit of spray with my light hold hairspray. Now I have my Denman brush and I'm going to start sculpting the curls a little bit. Since I couldn't be bothered last night, they are not the perfect curls that I would hope for every day, but they are pretty, just kind of giving them their own loose kind of wave pattern. As usual, I just keep brushing until something starts looking good. I had no expectations for this set, which I think is sometimes a good way to go into it, just so you can see what happens as you keep brushing and see what takes place. I did brush for a long time with this one. I still kind of let the curls have their own little form, do what they want, but I wanted to make sure that if there was some nice waves that I could sculpt them into looking good, which I think I did. I really like how this set turned out. I'm gonna take my side comb and slide that right into the side right there. I just continue to give it little sprays all throughout just to hold, but this is my light hold so I can keep on brushing if I need to. Got that nice S wave in the front right there, which I really like. Spray that other side and brush it out again. For the hair accessory today, I'm going to be using this cute little Halloween themed flower from Project Pinup, which I love their company and they will be linked down below. And now I'm going to give it a spray with my firm hold hairspray to really keep everything in place. So slide that clip in, so cute, and you are looking good. And boom, now I'm ready for the day. I do have to work, so this is a plain black t-shirt, not super exciting. But I have my flower and my bow and crossbones orange hoops, so I am sufficiently spooky for the day. Here you can see how the entire look turned out. I think it's really cute, casually Halloween, but not crazy. Like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and go check out my blog.